Welcome everybody to the Mappe Stadium in the Città del Tricolore. We are in Reggio Emilia for the early kick-off, first game of the Serie A weekend as Sassuolo take on Como here this afternoon. It is 11th versus 5th. Sassuolo in their first season back in Serie A since promotion. Last season sitting pretty comfortably in mid-table, not much going on either above them or below them, safe on 42 points. The big story here this evening is Como in their bid for Champions League football. Just 1 point from the last 2 games has left them behind the 8 ball a little bit. They sit 2 points behind Juventus, 3 in front of Roma for that 4th Champions League spot, and Cesc Fabregas' side will be looking to get 3 points on the board in this first game before the rest of the teams take to the field later in the weekend. Team news: Fabio Grosso has selected the following starting 11 for Sassuolo. In goal is number 13 Stefano Girati, number 6 is Sebastian Velukovic, 21 is Jay Idzes, 80 is Tarik Muharemovic, 24 is Woyu Koulibaly, number 42 is Christian Torstvedt, 18 is Nemanja Matic, number 7 is Christian Volpato, number 90 Ismail Kone, 45 is Armand Loriente, and number 8 is Mbalo Unzola. For the visitors, Cesc Fabregas, pretty much a full strength squad to choose from, and the Spaniard has gone with the following. In goal is number 1 Jean Boutez, number 18 is Alberto Moreno, number 2 is Mark Kempf, 14 is Jacobo Ramon, number 28 is Ivan Smolcic, 33 the skipper is Lucas de Cunha, number 6 is Maxence Kakere, number 20 is Martin Bachirina, number 10 is Nico Paz, 38 is Asanjao, and number 7 getting the start up front is the veteran Spanish striker Alvaro Morata. On the bench for the Nero Verdi, number 12 is Giacomo Satellino, 16 Jelozaki, 48 Ayane Muric, number 23 is Ulysses Garcia, 66 is Pedro Felipe de Jesus Gomez, 33 Christian Frangella, 35 is Luca Lipani, 40 Asta Vrancic, 44 is Eduardo Iannini, 20 Aliu Federa, 24 is Luca Moro, 98 is Andrea Pinamonti, and for the visitors they have named as their substitutes number 21 Noel Tornqvist, 22 is Mauro Vigorito, 44 is Nicola Cavlina, number 3 is Alex Valle, 5 Eduardo Goldeniga, 31 is Mergim Volvoda, 34 Diego Carlos, 77 is Ignace van der Bremt, 23 Maximo Peroni, number 11 is Anastasios Duvikas, 17 Jesus Rodriguez Caraballo, and number 18 is Nicholas Kuhn. Teams are with us, just going through the formalities with the officials down there in the centre circle. Your officials this afternoon: your referee is Francesco Fono, and the VAR is Alejandro Di Paolo. Sassuolo are in their traditional green shirts with black shorts and black socks. Como are in their away kit of all white with a little bit of blue trim here and there. I think the team news-wise, the one that surprised me getting left out was Duvikas for Como, the centre forward. Anastasios Duvikas, the Greek, has scored in both games this season against Como. The two teams have met twice. In fact, the only 2 meetings in their history have both taken place this season. Como beat Sassuolo comfortably 3-0 in the Coppa Italia. The reverse fixture in this one went 2-0 the way of Como too. Duvikas was on the score sheet in both of those, but has to make do for a place on the bench this afternoon. For Sassuolo, they missed their talismanic striker Domenico Berardi, who is suspended, having been sent off at half-time for fighting in the tunnel last week against Genoa. Josh Doig, the Scottish defender, is also suspended for Sassuolo. So not quite as straightforward for Fabio Grosso as it has been for Cesc Fabregas this afternoon. Como 2 points behind Juventus in 5th place. So can temporarily take back 4th with a win here this afternoon. Not a huge crowd in the Città del Tricolore so far this afternoon. It is an early start, so maybe a few will drift in once they finish work in and around Reggio Emilia this afternoon. And we are just about ready to get underway here. Sassuolo will be defending the goal away to our right hand side. Como attacking from left to right. And the Serie A weekend starts here as Como trying to close in on a first ever Champions League appearance. Como are about to get us kicked off, and we are underway here at the Mappe. Serie A action. Sassuolo against Como. Long ball forward is hoofed away by Koulibaly. And on the attack immediately for Sassuolo comes Loriente. Good ball in. He has a chance. Edge of the penalty area. It's laid back. Oh, and it's just wide. Sassuolo have nearly scored after 22 seconds. Hands on head. I think it's Christian Thorsvedt who's got the shot off from the edge of the box. Armand Loriente bounded down the left hand side, and Barlow and Zolo twisted and turned at the edge of the box, then dropped the ball off to Christian Thorsvedt. Defenders got a block on that, and Sassuolo are inches away from taking the lead inside 30 seconds. Wow, what a start. Corner kick to the home side. Loriente, the man who spurred that attack on, is going to take this right hand side in towards the near post, headed away by a Como defender. The 6-yard box in that goal away to our left hand side is in sunshine. The rest of the pitch is in the shadows now as the sun slides out of the sky here in Reggio Emilia, behind the stand that we are sitting in. Cool, we'll be delighted to have got away with that early effort and can launch the first attack of their own, coming up this right hand side with Diao. Diao in field to Paz. Paz gets it back, rolls it square to Da Cunha. Out onto that left hand side for Moreno. Sassuolo just sitting deep, allowing Como to have possession. Out to the right hand side again is Hassan Diao. Cross comes in. Oh, it's close to the keeper. Morato's sniffing around there, but Stefano Turati came and claimed in his 6-yard box. It's been a lively start here in Reggio Emilia. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Sassuolo 0, Como 0. Chance for Como, edge of the box. Diao turns away. He's got support left hand side from Baturina. Baturina clips the ball in. Defender gets a little eyebrows on it. Once again, Morato's at edge of the 6-yard box. Sassuolo bring it away left hand side with Koulibaly. Koulibaly drops it into Nemanja Matic. Matic loses possession, wants a free kick, doesn't get one. Chance, Baturina gives it out to the right hand side and Nico Paz, edge of the box, shooting opportunity into the penalty area. Comes Baturina, he's forced out wide. Good pressure from Como in the early stages now. Smolcic, square to Da Cunha, back to Smolcic, the Croatian, corner of the box, wide to Hassan Diao. Diao, left-footed cross, it's going to avoid everybody. Cleared away at the back post by Velukovic for Sassuolo. And Sassuolo bring it clear. Loriente, this time he's run out of it by Da Cunha. Lively start here in the Città del Tricolore. Da Cunha into the penalty area for Morata. Tries to square it, defended well. It was Idzes doing the defend. It's going to be a corner kick for Como. Looks like goals all over this one. I don't think we're going to see a 0-0 here this afternoon. Second corner of the game. First one for the Lariani. And it's going to be taken on the right-hand side by the visitors, number 6, Maxence Kakere. Right-handed away swinger, right arm in the air is the signal. They've taken it short towards the near post. It's not the greatest. They've got away with it. De Cunha back to Kakere. Cross comes in, heads her up at the back post. First contact is from a Como player, but it's dropped behind safely for a goal kick to Sassuolo. 5 minutes gone, no score. Chances at both ends early on. In a lively start. Been a beautiful day here in Reggio Emilia. Shirt sleeve weather. Just cooling down a little bit as the shadows lengthen across the stand opposite our commentary position here in the Mappe Stadium. Ball is with the Como left back, Moreno. Moreno tries to go up the line. And Volpato gets a touch on it for Sassuolo. It's going to be a throw-in to the visitors. Took this right-hand side now for Assane Diao. Diao has run out of it and a free kick is given, fouled by Christian Thorsvedt. The Norwegian penalised. Just went through the back of Assane Diao. Free kick out on the right-hand touchline, taken quickly, square goal Como. Through Kakere out to the left-hand side, and a poor pass this time, looking for Alberto Moreno, who pushed up from left-back. Couldn't get on the end of that. And it's a throw into the home side. Sassuolo, safety pretty much guaranteed now, their first season back in Serie A after promotion last year. They've been good at home too, won 7. Drawn 2, lost 7. So they like to get a result here, they won't die wondering. Up the right-hand side is Mbala Nzola. He's crowded out by a host of Como defenders. And then Como just put the ball out of play. Is Armand Loriente, the Frenchman for Sassuolo, has gone down. Was just caught by Kempf. Mark Kempf was in with a challenge, and Loriente has stayed down. He's back on his feet now. He's got a very low sock, as Loriente. He's got one of those shin pads at the size of a Kit Kat. He got a kick on the shin there. Throw into Sassuolo. They will return it to Como. Sportsmanship all round. A ripple of applause from around me here. Ball is rolled out to Ramon, and Como will build out from the back. Nearly 8 minutes on the clock, no goals, but a lively start. Ball is on the halfway line in the position of Smolcic. Across to De Cunha, on to Kempf, and out to the left back Moreno. Again, out of possession, Sassuolo, pretty low block. De Cunha. Nico Paz has dropped deep to pick it up. That's a good ball. Smolcic is caught, edge of the box, no free kick. Sassuolo can bring it away. Loriente, Nico Paz in with a challenge. Drops to Thorsvedt, breaks on here. Played wide to Loriente. That's a good touch inside. Back to Thorsvedt, and it's smashed away by Kempf. Sassuolo look dangerous on the break here. They will sit deep out of possession, but in transition, pretty lively so far. The Neraverde. That's the second time in the opening 10 minutes that Christian Thorsvedt has got forward. Throw-in is taken by Sassuolo, but this time Thorsford is penalised. He was too enthusiastic, tried to chase the ball down by the corner flag. Como take the free kick quickly and attack down the left-hand side. Moreno drops it back in to Kakari. Again, Nico Paz has dropped deep. Didn't receive it this time. Moreno gives it out wide to Baturina. Back in field to D'Acunha. And out for Ramon. Jacobo Ramon. Wider still is Giao. Ramon turns away from Loriente. Back in field to D'Acunha. Central position, 50 yards from goal. Moves it on to Kempf. Kempf's got support from Moreno with a left-footed cross. It's way overhit though, and it sails over the crossbar of Stefano Cerati. And out for a goal kick to Como as the clock ticks past 10 minutes here. No goals, Sassuolo 0, Como 0. This is the first Serie A game of the weekend. Como trying to regain fourth place. He had that heartbreaking 4-3 loss to Inter Milan last week. They were 2-0 up in that game before Inter Milan woke up, came back into the game and did get 4-2 in front. Como scored a late penalty, but disappointing that from Como. They have dropped 5 points in the last 2 games, which has left them behind Juventus. Juventus looked like a winnable game at home to Bologna on Sunday. Bologna, who were in Europa League action last night at Aston Villa and got thoroughly spanked. Seen a replay, it looks like Butez might have just carried the ball over the goal line there. Yeah, the assistant on the far side just flagged and spotted that too. A little bit careless from the French goalkeeper. Sassuolo corner, right hand side. Will be a left-footed in-swinger. In towards the back post. Headed back across goal. It's cleared away by Como. Comes out as far as Loriente's had a wild swing. It might have been Koulibaly actually. It was Woyo Koulibaly who's tried a right-footed volley from 30 yards, which has gone a mile over the top. Slightly ambitious. Woyo Koulibaly on loan from Leicester City here in Reggio Emilia. Kakari has support from his left back Moreno. Moreno's low cross in is dealt with by Idzes. Won back by Como. Smolcic. Giao. Zhao's had a load of space early on here. Runs at Koulibaly and then overhits the left-footed cross. Beyond everybody and out for a goal kick to Sassuolo. Quite a lot of space down the right-hand side. Hassan Diallo, the Senegalese, wears number 38 for Como. Just 20 years of age. Spent time in Spain with Real Betis before joining Como just this season. Scored plenty of goals though, 9 goals in just 24 games for Hassan Diallo, and looks to threat early on here. Como have it back. That will be a foul committed right in front of the referee by Murahemovic. Easy decision. Free kick to Como. Just inside their own half. Taken quickly. Ramon out to Smolcic. Once again, Diao straight into the action. Gives it back to Smolcic. They go across the back four. Ramon to Kemp to Moreno. Down the line for Baturina. Baturina shapes across. Comes back infield. There's a good run from Nico Paz. Tries a little turn. Was well defended by Idzes. Como clear it away. The break's on again for Como. Here goes Umbalo and Zola. Runs in his man. He's beaten a couple of men. Now then. Makes a decision. There's Thorsford. Shooting chance. Thorsford with a chop and is absolutely wiped out on the edge of the box by Jacobo Ramon, who's going to go into the referee's book for that. It's a yellow card for Jacobo Ramon. third time today, Christian Zorsvet drove forward. Nice little chop on the edge of the box. The Spanish defender Ramon went to ground and brought down the Norwegian. And Sassuolo will have a free kick here, round about 22 yards out left of centre. Chance to test Butes from the set piece. Just seen a little replay up here of the ref cam. He could not have been any closer to that, the ref. It's a clear foul. I'll tell you, it's not far outside the box at all. 22 yards might be an exaggeration. It might be closer to 90. To be fair, the Sassuolo players have just moved the ball back a little bit, maybe to give them some room to get it up and down, which makes sense. Free kick can be a little bit too close to the edge of the penalty area. Como have a 4-man wall, plus draft excluder. And Armand Loriente is going to take this. Right-footed, shoot, so straight at the goalkeeper who had to deal with it. It was wobbling in the air from the Frenchman. And Butes just helped it over his own crossbar. It's going to be another corner kick to Sassuolo. And Armand Lorente is the man who's going to cross to take this. Right-footed away swinger over on the right-hand side. Corner. It's driven in low towards the near post. A couple of players went to ground on the corner of the 6-yard box, and Nemanja Matic has been penalised. There, Matic looked like it was actually a bit of a training ground move. They were trying to find Coney at the near post, and Matic just pushed the defender out the way to clear the space. It was a good idea. Matic was a little bit too aggressive in his challenge. Great tackle in the left back area from Koulibaly, but then loses possession. Did the first bit right. Smolcic out wide to Paz. Pass to Giao. Giao was faced up well by Matic that time. Ball cleared away long by Sassuolo for Unzola to chase. They are going to be a threat on the break, Sassuolo. Even there, one ball had the Como defence turned around with Unzola herring after it. Como on the halfway line with Maxence Kakari. Big switch out towards Giao. Far too high that time, the diagonal. Giao couldn't stretch to reach it. Throw into Sassuolo in the left back area. At the feet of Koulibaly, in the hands of Koulibaly, sorry, who's dropped it. Como wanted to play on, but the referee's given a foul throw. Just slipped out the hands of Koulibaly that time. Como take over. Left hand side, Moreno steps inside. Volpato, who's chasing him down. Smolcic gives it to Giao. Smolcic goes on the overlap. Giao comes infield. Ramon switches out to the left hand side. And Baturina. Challenge is made on him by Velukovic. Sends Baturina back to the halfway line where Como restart the attack. With Ramon. Giao. Smolcic is going on the overlap. Zhao's come in field again. Slips this time. Wants a free kick. He's got away from Torsvet. Oh, good effort from Zhao. Was eventually crowded out by Koulibaly. Looks really dangerous, this Zhao. To Cunha. Sent it out wide to Moreno. Moreno into Kakare. Kakare runs down the inside left channel. Turns. Gives it back to Moreno. Gets it back. Little 1-2. Kakare Acuna, Ramon, out to João. Como moving the ball around well. Can't quite find the final pass. João's cross is blocked by Koulibaly. Throw into Como. Level with the edge of the penalty area. No thoughts of a long throw here from this Como side. Smolcic. Acuna drops it back off to Ramon. Nice spell of pressure this from the visitors. Got Sassuolo hemmed in. Poor touch this time in the left back area. It was Bacciarina who couldn't get it under control. Como still have it. Smolcic once again wide to João. Drops it back off to his right back, the Croatian Smolcic. 30 yards from goal, right hand side. João's got a man inside. That man's Nico Paz. Nico Paz with a good looking ball towards the back post. And coming in off that left hand side was Moreno. He stretched but he couldn't reach it. It was played into a really good area. Turati didn't know whether to come or not. Defender over there, Velukovic, wasn't sure either. Ended up beating everybody. It's a good idea from Nico Paz. Very much one of the danger men for Como is the Argentinian. Joined 2 years ago from Real Madrid. Only made 4 appearances in Madrid. He's very much settled and made that number 10 role his own here in Italy. On the attack again, right hand side is João. Crossing towards the near post. Defended by Murahemovic. Smolcic can't keep it in up the line. Throw in to Sassuolo, just short of the halfway line. In front of the technical area. Occupied by Cesc Fabregas. Fabregas, arms folded, just asking the fourth official if that throw-in shouldn't be taken further back. Koulibaly helping himself to a few free yards. Ball played up the line and claimed by Jean Boutez, the French goalkeeper. Bacciarina, who's popped up on this right-hand side now. João, who's gone over to that left-hand side. Back in the game again, João. Comes in field. To Cunha, right to Moreno. Moreno with a cross towards the back post. It's another poor ball in. Como got some good areas here. Final ball's just let them down. So a little cosmetic change here for Como as Bacciarino and João swap wings. João seen a lot of the ball down this right hand side. Maybe fancies another go at the fullback Velukovic over on the far side. We have played a quarter of this game here in Reggio Emilia. It's been entertaining enough, but it remains Sassuolo 0, Como 0. Inter Milan, the league leaders, will play in the evening game later on this evening. They're at home to Cagliari. Ball down the right hand side for Smolcic. Smolcic does well right down by the corner flag to win his side a throw in, which the Croatian number 28 will take himself. This one might go into the penalty area. The first one went short. Smolcic, long ball in, headed away by Murahemovic at the near post. Handball is given against Mbalo and Zola, who was trying to hold off the defender. Free kick's taken quickly. Nico Paz into the penalty area, was blocked, picked up by Como again, and now he has a chance. Nico Paz tries to shape a shot, and the goalie's made a little bit of a meal of that. Wasn't a very powerful shot from Nico Paz, and I also think it was going wide. The goalkeeper's kind of helped it behind. For a corner kick, gets a round of applause off Giidzes, but I think a bit more awareness, he could have let that go out for a goal kick. Still better safe than sorry from Stefano Girati. Corner kick is on the left hand side for Como. It's going to be a left footed away swinger. Bacciarina looks like the man. Who's going to put this in? Jow's at the back post with Loriente. It's taken short. Back to Bacciarina. Trying to pull it back towards Nico Paz on the edge of the box. Blocked away by Volpato over there. Not seeing too much of Christian Volpato in an attacking sense so far this evening. We're helping his defence out. Throw in. Level with the penalty spot, left hand side, and Smolcic might just be going across to launch this in long. That left it to Alberto Moreno, the left back. Some excellent moustaches on show for Como tonight. Moustache game is strong. Como lose possession or win it back. Oh, that's no foul. Yes, it is a foul. It's a foul and a yellow card for Morata. Alvaro Morata, the veteran Spanish striker. Not known for his tackling, and maybe that was an example of that. Just dived in and took out Kone. On loan here from AC Milan. Illustrious list of clubs, Alvaro Morata. Real Madrid, Juventus, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Galatasaray. And now on loan here at Como, trying to fire them to their first Champions League season. 27 minutes gone, no score. Sassuolo have a throw-in just beyond their own technical area. Koulibaly towards Nzola. Cleared away by Ramon. Results in another throw-in for the Nero Verde, back with Koulibaly. This time Torsfeld comes and gets it to feet, does well, holds it up, gives it back to Koulibaly. Kone tries the little Maradona spin. D'Acunha is with him. Gets a toe end on the ball. It's out for a throw-in to Sassuolo. This one is level with the penalty spot, left-hand side. Koulibaly takes it short to Kone. Back to Koulibaly. And Nico Paz is back helping his defence out. Does very well, does the Argentinian. And that's tidy from Bacciarina. Allows Como to clear. Ball played back in. Bacciaroni is challenged and fouled by Koulibaly. Free kick to Como in their own right back area, which they take quickly and send across to the left hand side via Kempf onto Moreno. João still now hugging that left hand touchline. Ball across to Smolcic onto Bacciarina. Bacciarina, one of two Croatians starting tonight for Como. No Italians in the starting 11 tonight for Como. Slightly disappointing to see, maybe. Been some consternation about the national team of late. João is running his defender. Ball across is well defended by Murahemovic, but it's a great run from Hasan João. Put the afterburners on there and Velukovic couldn't keep up with him. Turn behind for a corner kick to Sassuolo. Corner kick over on the left hand side. in towards the near post. Cleared away by Volpato. Out to Nico Paz. Nico Paz with a good ball in. Cleared away at the near post. Comes back to Paz. Paz tries to cross from deep. Stupid header. Bit of an odd one from Idzes, but it works. But on the attack come Sassuolo and Loriente that time. Just trying to play it through to Nzola. And he kind of got his legs a little bit tangled up. There was a chance there. Maybe Nzola had ran offside. Loriente's pass never got there, so we never know. Just about to hit 30 minutes here at the Città del Tricolore, the Mappe Stadium. No score, Sassuolo-Como. Serie A action into the penalty area goes Moreno. Does well. Well defended though. It's going to be another corner kick. It was Jades. You got the tackling at the near post. Really good defending. As Alberto Moreno charged into the penalty area. A quick corner kick into the near post. Headed away by a Como defender. Kakare tries to put a left-footed ball in. Wasn't a great ball, but it's kept alive by Paz. Smolcic. Edge of the penalty area, shooting chance by João. Blocked. And Sassuolo can spring the break, and this is what they want to do here. It's brought away by Loriente. Loriente doesn't have much support, has to turn in field to Kone. Kone just keeps hold of possession this time. Drops it off to Murahemovic, gets it back. Kone. Back to Matic. Jades. Sassuolo just slowing it down a little bit. Kone has dropped deep to get on the ball. Kone over the halfway line. That's good. On the half turn is Torsvet. Loriente's got support from Koulibaly left hand side. Back to Torsvet. Out to Koulibaly. Koulibaly, poor ball, trying to pick out Matic. It's then given back to Sassuolo. Torsvet. Loriente. Loriente tries to curl one towards the far post. Smolcic gets the block in. Kept alive by Loriente. Sassuolo just enjoying a little spell of possession in territory here. Nemanja Matic. Out to the right back. Velukovic. Again, Sassuolo are happy to go back and draw Como on. Kone turns, centre circle. Goes forward to Torsvet, who's picked up a nice position between the lines. The space for Loriente, wide left. Loriente, little 1-2 and tries to knock the ball into Torsvet. And it's defended at the near post by Ramon. And that was good from Sassuolo. Best little spell of the game for the home side. And they've won another corner kick. A lot of the Como supporters away wearing the high-vis jackets, as they like to do. Bit of a thing that the Como fans get involved with. Loriente will take this, right-footed in swinger. Cleared away by Como. All the way back into the centre circle where Koulibaly is just going to turn and knock it back to Tirati. 33 gone scoreless. Decent game here though. Sassuolo 0, Como 0. 16-point gap between these two sides coming into this. Como have defended very well this season. 47% clean sheet rate. And the highest scorers actually in Serie A in the last 8 games, Como. So both ends of the pitch, they've been very good. Is that disappointing 4-3 defeat to Inter Milan. Nice on the half turn. Shot from Paz, deflection off Murahemovic. That's going to go out for a corner kick too. Corners are racking up here in Reggio Emilia. This is the 9th corner of the game. The 5th for the visitors. It's going to be taken by Baturina over on that right-hand side. In towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed away by Muaremovic. Out for a throw-in on this right-hand side. Smolcic. A little bit of shenanigans there from, I think it was Koulibaly, or it's Kone actually. Kone tried to delay the restart by taking the ball off a substitute. And then ran right in front of Smolcic as Smolcic took the throw-in. Smolcic caught him with his hand. And for absolutely no reason, Ismail Kone, the Canadian, has got the ground holding his head. There is nothing wrong with him. Unsurprisingly, he's up pretty quickly. Smolcic will have another go at the throw-in. This time he's going to launch it long. In towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Comes back to Smolcic. Smolcic helps it skywards. But at the penalty spot, Turati comes and claims. Pretty straightforward bit of goalkeeping for the number 13 for Sassuolo. Stefano Turati. Not the first choice here, but been out on loan a few times, but it got an opportunity now to be the number 1. And Zola comes down the right-hand side. He's got support. Good defending. Twice challenge came in from Kempf. Sassuolo tried to make inroads down that right-hand side. Baturati still out on the right wing for Como, having switched flanks with Giao. In possession now, 10 yards inside the Sassuolo half. Drops into the centre circle to D'Acunha. Out to Moreno, and the other winger Giao gets involved left-hand side. Giao has 2 defenders with him. Thinks about the shot from distance, pings one. Connects well, but it was always rising and wide right of Turati's goal. Never dangerous, that one, and it remains Sassuolo 0, Como 0. Seven home wins for Sassuolo this season. They have conceded first in 20 of the 32 games, which is a problem. It's always hard to come from behind. Lost 2-1 at Genoa last time out. But have been more than competitive here at the Città del Tricolore. Ball is with the Sassuolo goalkeeper Turati, dressed all in orange. Shoulder length there. Drops the ball at his feet, clears right-footed. Defender is able to head it back to his goalkeeper for Como, Butes. Butes rolls it out to Kakare. Then onto the halfway line and Smolcic. Not many chances in the last 15 minutes or so. Best chance of the game is the one that came after 20 seconds actually. Now then, here's a chance possibly for Giao. Goes for the little one too with Paz. Defender did well for Como. It was Giedzes who intervened. Matic puts a foot on it for Sassuolo. Played up to Nzola. Nzola does well. Good centre forward play. Spins it out to Torsfet, who helps it on to Koulibaly. Koulibaly swaps passes with Armand Loriente. Loriente's been involved a lot for Sassuolo tonight. Muaremovic to Koulibaly. Good take from Koulibaly. Can run at Smolcic. Tries to find the pass inside. Cleared away. But Matic wins it back. Kone. Idzes out to the right back. Velukovic. Velukovic doesn't look massively comfortable in possession. Happy just to get rid of it to the nearest teammate, really, is Sebastian Velukovic, the Pole. Loose pass. This time in the direction of Torsvet, is rolled out for a throw into Como. Jiao plays the ball down the channel, looking for the run of Baturina. In fact, it was Kakari who was overhit. And Chirati comes to the edge of his penalty area. Just looking at the distance covered numbers here, and Volpato has covered the most distance. I think he's maybe had one touch of the ball. Kind of like where you have to put a shift in for your team. Christian Volpato certainly doing that. Long diagonal looking for Loriente. Is shepherded out of play by Smolcic, who takes the throw on himself, gives it back to Butez, the goalkeeper. He is all in yellow this evening. Away to our left-hand side. Long ball. Looking for Baturina, who can't keep it in. Did get there. Tried to drag it back, but it's gone out of play. Through in. Torsvet. Poor clearance, but it hits the chest of Smolcic. Suddenly got a bit scrappy here. After a promising opening, neither side has really been able to get a grip on the midfield area. Our pocket of Como fans are away to our left-hand side. They're enjoying themselves. Fabio Grosso is stalking the touchline. It's going to be a corner kick here to Como. 10th corner of the game. And Dacunia, the captain, is going to swing this in left-handed. In towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Kone does well. It's picked up, edge of the box. Loriente tries to spring the break. If Kone gets there, there's a 2-on-1. Massive chance for Sassuolo. Volpato with a dink. Oh, what a goal! Unbelievable finish. We've just said he might have only had one touch tonight. If that's his second one, it's an absolute beauty. From Christian Volpato. We mentioned how dangerous Sassuolo were on the break. That was very much going to be their MO tonight. And I'll tell you what, that can't have taken 10 seconds from the corner kick being cleared at one end to the ball hitting the net at the other. It's a lightning fast break from Sassuolo, and it is a ridiculously good finish from Cristiano Volpato. Ball breaks on the edge of the box. Loriente puts in Nzola. Nzola gets his head up, rolls the ball forward to Volpato. Volpato's 25 yards out, sees the goalkeeper coming off his line and just clips it with his left foot, lifts it over the top of the goalkeeper. It's an exquisite finish. Absolutely beautiful from Sassuolo. And the Nero Verdi have hit the frontier in the 42nd minute. Sassuolo 1, Como 0. Paz runs into Loriente as Como try to get themselves back into this. With only 2 minutes to go before half-time. But Sassuolo have sprang the break, and Nzola might be in. Nzola, chance for two. Nzola! 2 goals in a minute for Sassuolo. And Barlo Nzola has kept his head and slotted it beyond Butez. Out of nowhere. The game looked like it was drifting towards a draw at half-time. Sassuolo had other things to say. And Mbalo Nzola, the man on loan from Fiorentina, with his first goal for Sassuolo. It's another great break. And then Zola kept his head one-on-one. Ramon was trying to get back at him. Didn't have the pace. Left foot slid beyond the goalkeeper. From Mabalo and Zola. And with 43 minutes on the clock here, Sassuolo have doubled their lead. Sassuolo 2, Como 0. Two superb goals from the Nero Verde, and Como's Champions League hopes are disappearing before their very eyes. Clock hits 45 minutes here in Reggio Emilia. What have Como got? Cesc Fabregas has his work cut out. 2 minutes they've added on time. Sassuolo 2, Como 0. Sassuolo fans are loving this. Quite a few shirts off behind the goal away to our right hand side. Two beautiful finishes. Como and Cesc Fabregas look absolutely stunned. Caught cold on the break. Big old scramble for possession over on the far side. Matic comes away with the ball. Finds Volpato. Volpato, the man who put Sassuolo in front. With that stunning 25-yard left-footed chip. Such a good goal. If you get a chance to see it, I recommend that you do. Before a minute later, and Zola made it 2. Into the final 50 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this first half. A game that's completely and utterly been flipped in the final 5 minutes. Ball in the possession of Kempf. For Como, just inside the Sassuolo half. Coming forward is D'Acunha. Finds Smolcic. Bacciarina. Smolcic will look to swing across in. It's not a bad header. Oh, that's gone in. It's 2-1. Como are back in it. What a remarkable header from Nico Paz. That's an absolutely stunning goal. I don't know if Stefano Cirati thought that was dropping over the crossbar. Smolcic with the cross. Nico Paz's header is from 15 yards out. He somehow managed to loop it up in the air, and it's dropped underneath the crossbar. I think the goalkeeper's maybe got to do better. I don't know, I might be being harsh. It's an astonishing header. The last 5 minutes of this game have absolutely blown my mind. The half-time whistle is gone, and that is one of the maddest 5 minutes I have ever seen. It was decent for 40 minutes. Chances at both ends. Torsfet nearly put Sassuolo in front after 20 seconds. And then the goals came. Wonderful chip from Christian Volpato on 42 minutes. Lightning fast break from Sassuolo. It was 2-0 a minute later. And Barlett and Zolo, the Angolan, one-on-one with the keeper, slipped it left-footed past him. And just as Sassuolo thought they were going into half-time at 2-0, a Nico Paz 15-yard looping header is dropped underneath the crossbar. Half-time here in Serie A in Reggio Emilia. It is Sassuolo 2, Como 1. Welcome back, everybody, to Reggio Emilia. We're at the Mapei Stadium, the Città del Tricolore, where it's half-time in the first action of Serie A this weekend. It is been a great first half. Sassuolo lead Como by 2-1. All three goals came in the final 5 minutes of the first half. We've got some changes to tell you about here. To Cesc Fabregas, he's not letting the grass grow under his feet at all here. 2-1 down, needs the 3 points. Changes have been made. We are, by the way, just underway. Long ball forward goes through to the goalkeeper Turati. So the changes, Smolcic, the right back, number 28, even Smolcic is off, as is the number 6, Maxence Kakare, and on is number 11, the man who has Duvikas, the man who scored both times against Como this season. And the second substitution it's the Kosovan, number 31, Mrzim Vojvoda is on. So 2 changes for Cesc Fabregas as he tries to get his team back into this, thrown a lifeline by that 46th minute goal by Nico Paz. Looping header. Strange goal really, but it's got them back into it. Goals by Volpato and Nzola in the 42nd and 43rd minutes. It puts Sassuolo in charge. But all to play for, and this should be an absolutely cracking second half here at the Mapei. Ball in the penalty area. Giao challenges at the back post. Sassuolo try to bring it away. Moreno wins it back. It's picked up by out in the left back area to Cunha. The free kick's being given for a foul. See, Maximo Perroni's on too. So maybe it's 3 changes made for Como. Just trying to check that. Yeah, Maximo Perroni is on. And Martin Baturina is off. So 3 changes made by Fabregas. Como have started well here. They've put the pressure on the opening couple of minutes in the second half. Cross comes in. Keeper flaps at it. Oh, and there's a man gone down. No foul. Como wanted a penalty there. Goal scorer Volpato. Just a little tug. On Duvikas. Probably a little pause in play now. The ball has gone out for a throw-in. Well, it's a free kick actually. Foul on Valukovic. Just see that again. It's the tiniest little shirt pull from Volpato on Moreno. Moreno got in front of Volpato. It's not enough for a penalty, and the VAR will not intervene. Free kick is cleared long by Turati for Sassuolo. Volpato tries to wriggle his way past Moreno. Moreno gets a partial blocking. Picked up on the left-hand side by Giao. Giao tries to get away from Matic. Matic is not fouled. Hassan Giao. Giao stayed down. Matic was strong in the tackle. Hassan Giao was really good on this right-hand side in the first half. Then switched wings with Baturina. Didn't get in the game much after that, but has stayed out on the left-hand side. I'd have been tempted to switch him back. He was much more effective on the right wing, Hassan Giao. Como have it back. Central area. Vojvoda. just sitting in that guard dog position. It was a straight swap for Kakari for Vojvoda. What a terrible ball in over on that right hand side. That was Vojvoda who's tried to swing it across in, but he's overhit everybody and put it straight out of play for a goal kick to Sassuolo. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Sassuolo 2, Como 1. Thoroughly entertaining Serie A game so far. Ball cleared by Jay Idzis. Picked up by Kone. That's a bit of a wild tackle. Kone right over the top on Alberto Moreno. Referee wants to speak to Kone, who gets a yellow card. It's a kind of challenge that the players didn't react well to. VAR, I'm sure, will be having a little look at that one. Moreno stayed down, holding his left ankle, the Spaniard. No, Kone's gone right over the top. I want to see that again. Ooh, might just be low enough to the ground. His boot, he's come over the top and caught Moreno. It's one of those classic kind of orange card situations. I think if Kone's boot was any higher, you might have been in trouble. But a yellow will suffice. VAR have checked and cleared it. Vojvoda, right hand side, cross comes in. Too close to the keeper, Turati. Turati tries to spring the quick break, and I tell you what, let the ball bounce there. Kempf, for some reason, has allowed the ball to bounce, which has meant that Nzola has managed to get a left-footed shot off, which has gone wide of Butez's goal, but it's poor defended from Kempf. And the Sassuolo again look dangerous on the break. Como back in possession, high tempo to this second half. As Como look to find an equaliser. That's the first step on the way to getting back into this game and finding 3 points. João drops it off to Moreno. Kempf. Acuna drops deep to collect the ball. Out to the left-hand side and João. João steps in field. Bit of a loose ball. Kempf has to hurry. Closed down by Loriente. Loriente was good in that first half. Really dangerous performer for the Neroverdi. Moreno back out to João. João hasn't really had much of a chance to run at Velukovic, and this time Velukovic holds him up well, and the ball's won back by Volpato. Kone turns it back into Murahemovic. Torsvet. Matic gets in, does what he does best. Plays it out to Koulibaly. Vojvoda wants hard ball against Koulibaly, and eventually the referee gives the decision after Koulibaly had made about 20 yards. Not sure if it was handball, sort of just bounced up into the midriff region of Woyo Koulibaly. Now there's a little bit of space for João. Maybe he can get that run in at Velukovic. Comes in field, João. Poor pass by Perrone. Tried to help it on to Cunha, but never found him. Maximo Perrone, the Argentinian. One of 3, remember, half-time substitutes made by Cesc Fabregas here. Como have given away a free kick, foul on Nemanja Matic. Sassuolo could just take the time and relieve a little bit of pressure. Turati's come out of his goal. 20 yards outside of his penalty area to take this goal kick for Sassuolo. Everybody else is in the Como half. Clearance right-footed towards Nzola, but Nzola is tangled with Vojvoda and is penalised for that. Just had a handful of shirt at the Angolan striker, the man who got the second goal. His first goal for Sassuolo. Nice left-footed finish too. Drew the keeper and slotted it beyond him. Into the feet of Devikas. Devikas loses possession. Thumped clear by Koulibaly. Won back by Matic. Matic tried to release Loriente. Loriente didn't read it. Como have it back. Moreno on to Kempf. And Ramon. On the halfway line. Out to Ramon again. Ramon advances. Support is with Vojvoda, the Kosovan. Dacunia. Vojvoda. Cross comes in. Keeper comes a long way. Oh, he gets a little bit lucky there, the goalkeeper. Flapped at it the first time, and when he looked up, the ball was bouncing up right in front of him, and he was able to clutch it. Oh, he nearly let it straight through his hands, actually. He was very lucky to get away with that. A suspicious bit of goalkeeping from Stefano Cirati. Long clearance is won back by Como. Perrone. Moreno's gone. A really long ball. Totally aimless. Nobody even made that run. Moreno just shrugs his shoulders. I think he got a little earful there off the substitute. Devikas. 11 goals this season, Devikas, in Serie A. And as I said, has scored against Sassuolo twice this season. Volpato with a shot in towards the near post. Might have just crept inside that post, but Jean Boutes, the Frenchman, was down to save. Devikas. Morata tries to join in, loses possession. Morata's barely been involved in this so far. And it drops a little bit more to a number 10 role as Morata. Gets on the ball there, but only because Velukovic has been fouled. It'll be a free kick to Sassuolo. Dacunia was the man who committed the offence. Matic. Out to Koulibaly. Koulibaly goes down that left-hand side. He is now fouled. Another free kick to Sassuolo. This time it was Vojvoda who's back. The one who was penalised. In fact, it was Nico Paz who fouled him. Nico Paz, whose headed goal in first half stoppage time dragged Como back into this. Armand Loriente. It's the second most assists in Serie A this season. DeMarco of Inter was way clear on 15, but Loriente on 8. He's added to that today. Free kick, left hand side, 45 yards out, swung in by Loriente. Shanked up in the air by Perrone. And it's out for a corner kick to Sassuolo, who for the large part of this second half have managed this pretty well. Como came out quickly, but didn't cause too many issues for Sassuolo, who've just now grown back into it in the last few moments. 59 gone, Sassuolo 2, Como 1. Corner comes into the back post where it's headed over the top by Jinsits, I think, or might have been Murahimovic, in fact, man who represents Bosnia-Herzegovina. Cesc Fabregas is going to make a fourth change. And it's going to be Hassan Diao, the man who started so well, who's going off. And he's going to make way for another Spaniard on the field for Como, who's the number 17, Jesus Rodriguez. Jesus Rodriguez, just 20 years of age. Another one signed from Real Betis. Come on the attack right hand side. Morata. Cross comes in. Little deflection. Loops up in the air. Drops safely into the hands of Turati. Volpato picks the ball up from Velukovic. Turns in field. That's a good spin from Nzola. Nzola's been a handful tonight for the Como defenders. Uremovic to Jades, who represents Indonesia for his international football. Koulibaly, left hand side, swaps passes with Kone on the halfway line, goes back into Uremovic. 61 gone, Sassuolo 2, Como 1. Long ball, looking for the run of Volpato, picked off easily by Kempf. And now a chance for D'Cunha to get Como going forwards. Goes it square to Ramon. Peroni, heavy touch, gets away with it, keeps possession for Como. Kempf. Sassuolo just retreat a little bit, invite Como on here. It's worked for them in the first half. Vojvoda, right hand side. Ramon. Peroni. A lot of possession for Como, but no real spark as yet. First touch for Jesus Rodriguez. Comes in field, looks for the run of Moreno, but overhit the pass and it's out for a goal kick to Sassuolo. As it stands, these 3 points lift Sassuolo up to 9th place in the table. Well, Lazio and Udinese can send them back down to 11th this weekend, but into the top half for Sassuolo. Como really will have a mountain to climb if they don't pick up anything here, especially if Juventus can pick that win up against Bologna on Sunday. The gap will then be 5 points with just 5 games to play. Difficult for Como to claw that back. So they need something here tonight, and they've got 27 minutes to find at least an equaliser. First substitution of the evening being prepared by Fabio Grosso. Off is Cristiano Volpato. Gets a rousing reception from these Sassuolo fans. Great first goal. And this is interesting. On is the number 20, who is the Gambian, Aliou Federa. Aliou Federa on loan from Como. Not something you see very often. I've seen it before when a player has scored against his parent club. I remember it happening in the Premier League. Another African player, actually, Lamana Lualua, if you remember. He scored for Portsmouth against his parent club, Newcastle, in the Premier League. Can Federa do something similar here? .64 gone, 2-1 Sassuolo. Ball is in the right hand by the corner. Another cross is too close to the goalkeeper, Turati. Yellow card, just a little bit of housekeeping there, just before Christian Volpato went off. He was booked for kicking the ball away. That was his last action of the game. So yellow card there for Christian Volpato. It was such a good finish, Volpato's finish. Now then, Como come forward. Nico Paz. Poor ball into the edge of the box. Barely seen Paz in this second half. Morata has fouled Matic. Two veterans coming together. Free kick for Sassuolo. Again, Stefano Turati comes out of his penalty area to take this free kick. Sassuolo quite happy to go along with these set pieces. Long ball, keeper comes out, Butez claims it well. He's under pressure from Nzola. And now Paz tries to get forward, right hand side for Como. Drops it into Vojvoda, onto Perrone. Perrone. Moreno. Gives it wide to Rodriguez. Rodriguez runs at his defender into the penalty area. Really good defending from Torstvedt. He wins the tackle. Brings it away for Sassuolo. And then it's good centre forward play from Nzola. Sassuolo clear it away. Foul given against Federa. His first action of the game is to be penalised for a foul on Moreno. Federa wearing a protective mask for a facial injury. Long range effort comes in on the Sassuolo goal from De Cunha. Looks like he's tried to chip the keeper from about 40 yards out. The only problem was the keeper was never really off his line. It's the sort of thing you see your player catch the keeper off his line and go for the long range one, which is what De Cunha did, but the goalie was just ready to throw his hat on it. So I don't know what De Cunha saw there. I think he was going wide anyway. Bit of an odd one. Kempf onto Moreno. De Cunha, that's another poor touch, and he has a chance for Sassuolo on the break. And now Nzola tries to get round the goalkeeper. Keeper does well, Butez. Thought Nzola for a minute looked favourite to get there. Butez flies out of his goal and wins it. On the attack from Como. Paz. De Cunha looks for the runner. Paz. Good first touch. He's digged in. He has the chance. Oh, it's not gone in. Morata somehow hasn't scored. I cannot believe that hasn't gone in. I thought, if anything, Morata was allowing it to drop in, so it was Paz's goal. I didn't think it was not going in the goal. Still alive, right hand side. I really need to see that again. Perrone. Cross comes in towards the back post. That one is claimed by the goalkeeper, Turati. Let's see if we can make out what happened here. Great first touch from Paz. Helps it over the goalkeeper. Paz takes a touch. Helps it goalwards. Morata's about an inch out. The goalkeeper's got back and clawed it off the line. And somehow Morata hasn't managed to turn it into the goal. That's a quite astonishing passage of play. Como denied an equaliser. Why, it should have been a goalkeeper for Turati. He's clawed it back off the line. Just seeing the goal line decision system. Yeah, it's not over the line. It was about half over. But half over is no good for Como. Turati has kept Sassuolo in front, and Morata can't believe he hasn't scored. The little break in play here, you're not missing anything. Christian Torsvet has received some treatment. For Sassuolo, he's back on now. The Norwegian had a good first half going forward to Torsvet. Not seen too much of him in this second period. Free kick is given to Como. Torsvet is now back on. Handball was given there against Como. Peroni made a couple of mistakes since he came on as Peroni. Fabio Grosso was quick to spot that, the Sassuolo coach. Final substitution being prepared by Cesc Fabregas. Ball played forward by the goalkeeper. Headed away. Picked up by Rodriguez. Break might be on far side for Como. Koulibaly can't get there. Vojvoda has it. Vojvoda, support on the outside from De Cunha. Back to Vojvoda. Cross is going to come in towards the back post. Morata was challenging. Couldn't win it. And Federa just tidies up over on this right hand side. Clearance towards Zola. Loriente gets the challenge in on Nico Paz. Substitution is about to be made, and the man coming on is going to be Nicholas Kuhn, the German. And the captain, Luca De Cunha, is the man who's going to make way. So all 5 substitutes made by Cesc Fabregas. As he frantically tries to salvage something for the Lariana here. Cross comes into the near post, it's blocked away. And then the drive from the edge of the box from Peroni, really good defending. Sassuolo defender has stayed down. I think it's Idzes who stayed down. We got the block in. This is another one where I think it's just a little bit of time wasting from Idzes. The second block from Christian Torsvet was really something. Threw his body in the way. Idzes getting some treatment. He's right on the penalty spot. The magic spray is out from the Sassuolo medical team. 17 minutes to go here. Como haven't made any real chances in the second half. We've barely seen anything of De Vicas, one of the danger men. Another change being prepared here. By Sassuolo this time. Idzes is back on his feet. He's being forced to leave the field for just 30 seconds or so. Drop ball on the penalty spot. He's given back to Sassuolo. Idzes gives it back to his goalkeeper, who knocks it long towards Federa. Federa does well, gets in front of Moreno, but concedes a throw-in. Sassuolo still temporarily down to 10, with Gietses waiting to get back on. Ball played out to the right-hand side of Vojvoda. Back across to Ramon, out to this left-hand side is Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to go between the two Como defenders, but a combination of Federa and Velukovic put the ball behind for a corner kick to Como. Well, running out of time here. Our little pocket of Como supporters is still going. They must be getting concerned now that the time is against them. Corner kick, left-hand side, Nico Paz. Cross comes in, good defending. Defender will stay down again just to slow the game down. The referee's actually given a foul. The challenge by Mark Kempf. Just seeing a replay of it. Both players went up for it. Both players kind of got their head on the ball at the same time. Ball ballooned up in the air. The defender's always going to stay down. It's Inces again. He's only been back on the field 10 seconds. So this time he decides to get up a little bit quicker. And here come those substitutions. For Sassuolo. And Zola is going to go off. And Zola is going to be replaced by Andrea Pinamonti. Gets a round of applause. First goal of his Sassuolo career. Second change is the veteran Nemanja Matic. Just some fresh legs in midfield. Those fresh legs will be the number 35, Luca Lipani. So 2 changes made by Fabio Grosso. 14 minutes on the clock here. Sassuolo lead Como by 2-1. Lorienti clips across towards the back post. Moreno with a head down and the shot wide. Some poor piece of defending from Moreno. And the first touch from Pinamonti. Couldn't wrap his foot round it. Smashed the shot wide. That would have been a glorious introduction for Andrea Pinamonti. Rodriguez now comes forward. He's been poor since he came on. Gives possession away again. Paz retrieves it, finds Moreno. In the centre circle, Kempf onto Ramon, onto Vojvoda. Vojvoda couldn't keep it in on the far side. Wasteful from Como. Maximo Perrone is just trying to G up his team a little bit, who look slightly bereft of ideas at the moment. Seeing a replay of Pinamonti smashing that one wide at the other end. Really was the first time Lorienti has got involved in this second half. Having looked really dangerous in the first period. Left hand side, Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps inside a couple of players this time. Finds Paz. Paz helps it on. Wide right with Vojvoda. Deep cross. Far too deep. Again, wasteful from Como. It was in the general direction of Alvaro Morata. But gave him absolutely no chance. And looks a bit frustrated, the Spaniard. Really hasn't got into this at all. It's been well watched by Inces and Murahemovic. The 2 Sassuolo centre-backs. With the sunshine long gone now in Reggio Emilia, the whole ground in shade. Chance for Federa. Lorienti has gone to ground. Lorienti has won a free kick. Cynical bit of defending, maybe necessary actually, from Alberto Moreno. Alberto Moreno has received a yellow card. Federa slipped Lorienti. Lorienti would have been in there. And Moreno, knowing that, Moreno kind of guessed that he was going one way. Just stuck out a right foot and tripped up Lorienti. And here's an opportunity for Sassuolo, who haven't had many in this second half. They've been doing the lion's share of their work defensively. But Lorienti looks like he's the man. He's going to take this. Just receiving a little bit of treatment. Just, again, winding the clock down. He's up now. He's got the ball in his hand. The referee's asking him to place the ball. Still won't put the ball down. A little bit of shenanigans from Armand Loriente. Referee counts out the 10-yard wall. It's a 4-man wall for Como. No draft excluder this time. Perrone and Piemonte are just about a yard off the wall, one player from each team. And Lorente takes 4 steps back, Cristiano Ronaldo style. He's going to ping this, left of centre, way over the bar. Always rising. Disappointing from Loriente. We are into the last 10 minutes here at the Mbappé Stadium, the Citadel Tricolore. Sassuolo 2, Como 1. Como try and come forward, right hand side. Vojvoda has it. Cross comes in towards the edge of the box. It's cleared away. Nice footwork over there from Kone. Koulibaly steps away from a couple of players, just trying to retain possession for his team. Might have to end up going back to his goalkeeper here. Koulibaly ran all the way at the halfway line, is now being forced all the way back. Eventually gets a little bit of help from Murahemovic. And Sassuolo break. Loriente down this right hand side. Pinamonti. Velukovic is supporting. Torsvet has turned inside when he didn't need to. Oh, that's a foul. And that's going to be a yellow card for Torsvet. 6th yellow card of the evening. That one was on Alvaro Morata. Oh, in fact, it was... Yes, it was, sorry. Morata just nicked the ball off Torsvet. He turned the wrong way inside, turned into traffic, which is a point that Fabio Grosso was making to him. Down on his haunches in the technical area. Free kick's taken. Out to this right-hand side. Cross comes in. Headed away by Idzis. Nico Paz picks it up. Out to Rodriguez. Just inside the penalty area. Low cross. Drilled cross. Has beaten everybody. It just needed a touch. There was no one there for Como. Jesus Rodriguez shakes his head as that's flashed across the edge of the 6-yard box. And all the way out for a throw-in to Sassuolo. Down by their own corner flag left back area. Throw-in. Taken by Sassuolo. Koulibaly. Como pick it up again. Rodriguez steps away from Federa and then just runs down the blind alley. Does Rodriguez. Federa's brought it away. He's got support. Oh, he's picked the wrong pass. Should have gone wide to Torsvet. Went down the middle to Loriente. It was a difficult ball and it's collected by Butes, the goalkeeper. He rolls it out. Trying to get Como on the attack quickly. Maximo Perrone. Substitutions really haven't done much for Como in this second half. Fabregas will be disappointed with the impact. Ball played wide by Ramon, who's carried on his run into the penalty area, the centre-back. Chance for Vojvoda. Good ball in. Heads are up. Torsvet's back there with a headed clearance. And again, Sassuolo on the break, and Federa brings it away. He's over the halfway line. Cuts inside Moreno, gets a touch on the ball. And it's out for a throw-in to Sassuolo, who have managed this second half pretty well here. 6 minutes to go. Sassuolo lead by 2-1. Looking for an 8th home win of the season of Sassuolo. Torsvet does really well. Kone Spins the ball wide to Koulibaly. Swaps passes with Llorente. Last touch is off Nico Paz. Thrown again for Sassuolo. Koulibaly takes a throw down the line. Will be happy with the result as Vojvoda couldn't control it. It's another throw in to Sassuolo. Every single one of these set pieces has just taken another little bit of time off the clock. Kone is turned inside, edge of the penalty area. Pinamonti is penalised. Defender went down. Free kick to Como, and they tried and come away quickly. 4.5 minutes to go. Perrone, still inside his own half, comes out to Kempf. Kempf onto Rodriguez. Rodriguez is faced up by Velukovic. Rodriguez has to go back in field to Kempf. Out to Vojvoda, left-footed cross towards the back post, headed away by Idzes, good defending. Federa finds Torsvet, loads of space for Torsvet. Can he find a pass? He can. Oh, Llorente stood on it, he was in. He stood on the ball. That could have been game over. Como come forward at the other end, into the penalty area, terrible ball in. I think that was Divikas who's wasted that. Good opportunities at both ends, spurned. Rodriguez, left hand side, 40 yards out, towards the corner of the box. Cross comes in, cleared away by Koulibaly at the back post. It's going to drop on the edge of the box. Perrone, out to Vojvoda, to Perrone. Perrone thought about the shot, tries to find pass, poor ball. Shot does come in eventually, bobbles around the penalty area. Koulibaly tries to see it out, a little bit risky, and eventually Murahemovic comes across. Pretty chaotic few minutes here. Murahemovic plays 1-2 with Kone, and he's on the charge now. Good ball up the line for Pinamonti. Pinamonti does really well. He's away from the defender now. Can he pick his head up? Pinamonti puts the cross in, and it's over the top. Did really well initially, did Andrea Pinamonti. The cross was poor. Como tried to take the goal kick quickly, but aren't able to do so as Murahemovic has gone down. Just looking at the distance covered stats as we get this little break in play. Christian Torsvet is the man who's now the first one past 10 kilometres this evening. Two minutes left on the clock. Will be a little bit of added time. No goals in this second half, but ton of substitutions. Seeing the replay of the ball bouncing off the heels of Llorente when he absolutely would have been in to make it 3-1 to Sassuolo. Back underway. It is a goal kick to Como. They've taken it into the halfway line where all the Sassuolo players have dropped deep in their half. Out to the right hand side for Vojvoda. Cleared away by Torsvet. Adding to that 10k by getting back at his near post. Left footed clearance. Vojvoda again. This one is far too close to the goalkeeper. The crossing for Como tonight has been catching practice for Stefano Turati. He's largely been pretty solid. Flapped at one midway through the second half, but he's coming to taking everything else. Morato and Idzes went to ground in the box, but nothing more to come of that. Moreno with a header. A little bit risky. Como lose possession. They have it back, but deep in their own half. 20 seconds of the 90 left here. And in truth, Como have not looked like equalising in this second half. Sassuolo have been really competent in defending this 2-1 lead. Good ball into the penalty area. Rodriguez. And as an example, defender gets across. Giedzes puts it behind for a corner kick. 5 minutes to be added on here. Corner for Como. Nico Paz has come across. Como goal scorer. Can he add an assist with a good ball in here? Referee just separating Duvikas from a Sassuolo defender. It's Valukovic in there. Right arm in the air from Nico Paz. Ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header was won. I think Ramon got the last touch. Jacobo Ramon. Indeed he did. So the throw-in is going to be Como's over on that far side. Koulibaly will amble across to take this level with the edge of his own penalty area. 4 minutes to go for Sassuolo. And the 8th home win of the season. 3 points that will take them into the top half in Serie A. And deal a severe blow to Como's Champions League chances. On the halfway line, Alberto Moreno. For Como. Steps in field. Finds Perrone. Helped onto the right-hand side and Ramon. Vojvoda. Ramon's got on the overlap. And Ramon has got the wrong side of Ismail Kone. And Kone has gone down and won the free kick for Sassuolo. Jacobo Ramon is not impressed with that decision. It was pretty shrewd stuff from Ismail Kone, the Canadian. Three minutes to go. The Nero Verdi lead. The Lariani 2-1. Turati. Deep in his own penalty area. He's just going to send this long with his right foot. No one challenges for Sassuolo. They allow Como the ball and drop deep. Say beat us if you can. Rodriguez steps away from Federa, and then Federa tried to foul him the first time, missed. Gets him the second time. Federa's good. Somehow escaped a book in there. Two fouls and he carried the ball away. But no yellow card. The yellow card shown, I think, to a member of the Como coaching team this time. Como have a chance to put this into the penalty area. Nico Paz is on it. It's left of centre. Sassuolo have put a two-man wall up. Federa and Lorienti are the two men there. They're just on the edge of the penalty area, the wall. It's a crossing chance. Nico Paz towards the back post. What a terrible ball in. That sums up Como's attempts at finding an equaliser in this second half. Nico Paz overhits everyone by 10 yards. Ball out on the full. Goal kick to Sassuolo, who are 70 seconds away from putting the dagger through the heart of Como's Champions League hopes here tonight in Reggio Emilia. Goal kick. For Sassuolo, taken long by Turati. Again, there's no challenge from Sassuolo. Urahemovic heading towards his own goal, but a throw-in is won. Last touch came off Nicholas Kuhn. Sassuolo have a throw in right on the halfway line. All the Sassuolo players celebrated that throw in, the players down on the substitutes bench there. Throw in is taken towards Pinamonti. Federa with the tackle. Throw in this time is for Como. Peroni takes it quickly. And Como might have one chance to launch it forward. Butes the goalkeeper. Doesn't launch it forward, and the final whistle goes. Jubilation here around the Citadel Tricolore, the Mappi Stadium. Is Sassuolo got their first ever win against Como here. It was a frantic period, 5 minutes before half time, where all the goals were scored. Christian Volpato with a wonderful chip on 42 minutes made it 1-0, and Zolo doubled Sassuolo's lead a minute later, right in the shadow of half time. Nico Paz looping header made it 2-1. Como huffed and puffed in the second half, but never created a clear opportunity. Game was managed out beautifully by Sassuolo. Good 3 points for Fabio Grosso's men. Disastrous night for Cesc Fabregas and Como. It's finished here in Reggio Emilia in Serie A. Sassuolo 2,